Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am back with Allison from A Flair for Chairs, and we have the most exciting video for you. I painted a painting. Allison took it and made it into some chairs.
Designed some chairs with the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful paintings. Yeah.
So come along for the video. I am so excited to bring you this video. So stay tuned till the very end because you don't want to miss what this collaboration came up with. It's just incredible. So here what I am doing. Oh, look at that, showing off. I painted a canvas red. So I've stapled the canvas, a raw rolled canvas. It's not on a frame. It's not stretched, so it's just a loose canvas. I stapled it to my big plywood piece that I have in my studio for opportunities just like this for unstretched canvas. And I primed it with gesso first, and then I painted it red, which is how I start most of my paintings. I am starting to paint abstracts on plain white canvas, and I want to get some raw canvas to start my abstracts. But I painted the canvas all red, let it dry, and then what you're seeing me do here is I've got my photo reference up on the side, and I am painting different sized, little bit of different composition using similar colors, but not always exactly the same. I'm painting bouquets of flowers, because what Allison is going to do, she is going to take these canvases, she's going to cut up this canvas, which is going to be fun for me to see, and she is going to use it as upholstery fabric. Now, interestingly, I used to paint upholstery when I was younger and shabby chic was in. I used to take old chairs, cotton chairs. It was usually chairs that had cotton chintz, and I would paint them, and they would end up looking like leather. I would paint flowers on canvas, just like I'm doing now, and staple it around the bases of the chairs. I used to go on days, even trash days. I'd go all around my neighborhood and pick up old chairs, and I would redo them. Interestingly, but not near the talent or quality that Allison is bringing to this project. So I have the benefit of knowing what's coming. You just have to stay to the end and watch and see the magic that Allison does. So Allison, if you haven't followed her yet, follow her at Flair for Chairs on Instagram. She's going to be in my garden party that's coming up. Now, Allison and I met because she and her husband, Joe, decided that they wanted to commission a painting. And you can go back in several videos and see the experience of me working with Allison on a commission and how I did the commission with her, and then the final results. And you can see a tour that we took of Allison's house as she chose other paintings from Crown and Press, my gallery. She's an amazing artist herself, and you just won't believe her studio and the quality of work she does on chairs. So I'm going to put a little bit of music on right now, let you watch me paint and finish these little vignettes, and then we'll get to going to Allison's studio. And honestly, guys, I would love to hear your comments, and tell me at the end how amazing you think this collaboration is. Well, I mean, or don't. You can tell me you don't like it. But I think you're going to be really thrilled, and I'm excited to hear your thoughts. So like and subscribe, and I'll just put a little bit of enjoyable music for you right now. I had so much fun putting together these vignettes. So you can see I used bold colors. I tried to vary the sizes of my flowers. Compositionally, you want to have a whole variety of shapes, and I went a little crazy. I went a little wild, and I'm still not sure if any of these are going to be appropriate. Allison sent me a photo of the chair, and I just went and I painted on this stapled canvas several different sizes of floral bouquets, trying to use, I mean, they all have similar colors, trying to use different compositions a little bit so that she now can build from this, use this to be inspired for her chair. So now I am varnishing it. I have put one coat of satin varnish on. I'm going to put another coat of satin varnish. That was something that Allison asked, that they be varnished really, really well, because they need to be long-standing as chair fabric. I think she's going to use it on the back of the chair so that it doesn't get as worn as if you're sitting on it. And now what I have to do is just take it off the wall, roll it up, and deliver it to Allison. So I think that's the next step. This is the part where Allison is coming. Allison is on her way in with a chair to kind of show me what her plans are. She's going to look at the canvas that I've painted all sorts of things, and we're going to get her thoughts. Don't mind my sunglasses. I just came in from outside. They'll take a few minutes to turn back regular. But she's going to come in and she's going to take a look at this, and I'm thinking that she might even decide which one she might use, but we'll talk about how she'll be inspired. So she's on her way. Okay, everybody, this is Allison. If you have not watched 3 episodes that I have with Allison, we'll be linking them below. Allison is a flair for chairs, and she and I are doing a collaboration. At the beginning of this video, you've seen me talking about that, and you've seen me painting the canvas, but this is the first time I've sent her a photo of the canvas, but she's brought her chair, she's coming to look at the canvas, and we were about to talk off camera, and I said, no, stop, let's keep it fresh for the camera. So, all right, so let me back this up so we see more. There's the chair.
So here's the chair, and we're going to figure out, I gave Julia a couple measurements, one to do the seat,
right,
and the other to do the front of the back, or the back of the back. Yeah.
Okay, so because that's going to be up to you.
Yeah, it's going to be a surprise.
And I did, what I think I did was 3 different sizes, but they all kept being fairly big, and I was like, oh no, I hope Allison can use this. So let's go over here and look at the canvas. All right, what do you think, Allison? I want to get your response.
They're stunning. And I have, from the pictures you sent me, I have ideas, but I'm not going to share them with you.
Okay.
It's going to be a surprise.
So come on over and take a look.
Yeah.
There's texture though. I was trying to keep it flat, but I was like, oh, if it's on the back, somebody will get a bit of a massage.
No, but you know what? That's the same as if you have fabric with crewel work or something.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so it's fabulous.
Okay.
Yeah, texture is good.
That's true. And I tried not to do the same thing on all of them. So we've got a bouquet here with roses. Beautiful. All of them tend to have roses, but this one's a little more white and pink and orange.
Yeah.
This one's a little more, well, they're all white, pink, and orange.
Yeah.
This one is interesting because this is poppies. So you can twist this.
Okay.
So I don't know, like if you cut it and put it this way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like right now it's horizontal.
Yeah.
You could turn it vertical. I'm so interested. Let's recap. Allison is a flair for chairs.
Yes.
Allison designs chairs. So I'm going to get this chair. Are you painting this chair, or do you know yet? Or is it going to be a complete surprise?
I likely will paint the chair. I won't leave it natural, that's for sure.
Okay.
But I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do.
Okay, but
it likely will be painted.
let's look. Here,
It likely
can you
will
hold
be,
it up and
yes.
I'll move the camera.
Yeah.
This is so fun.
Julia knows this. What I often do is mix fabrics.
Yes.
So
yes,
you know, the canvas is going to be one piece of the chair.
Right.
Like one piece of fabric almost.
Yes, Allison is not afraid of putting polka dots with stripes and stripes with zigzags and all of that.
Yeah.
So let's hold the back of the chair up to...
So we frame it.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
Okay, so I
Look
didn't do it too... I was afraid it would be too big or too small.
But we can...
Yeah, you're going to be the one. You're the artist. You're the next stage.
And you know what? You often also don't actually center.
Right.
You know, when you have a hero
I've
fabric,
seen that. I've seen that in your work.
Just go smack in the middle. You make things a little interesting. So we'll see what we do. But look at how stunning they are.
Okay, I'm
look
super
at those.
super excited.
Goodness. Julia, we may have to make, how many chairs do we have?
I know.
We have 5. Oh my goodness.
We may have to collaborate on a few.
Oh my goodness. Look at these.
So
look at beautiful.
All right, I'm going to turn the camera around again.
Oh my goodness, beautiful.
All right, so we are going to be launching this chair at my garden party September 6th. So Allison's going to be here with all of her chairs that she will have for sale. And the next part of this video is we're going to take this off the wall. I'm going to send this home with Allison. Now, Allison, you're challenged. You have to step up your videography and you've got to do it in your own studio next.
In my studio. Yeah.
So next we're going to be going to Allison's studio. I'm not going to be there. Allison's going to film it. She's going to talk about how she's putting together this chair. And then we will reveal the chair. We want to reveal the chair before September 6th because we want you guys who are local to like just get here and come so you know what you're going to see. So this, I have no idea when this is going out, when you're watching this, but it'll be before the end of August.
Great.
All right.
I'm
so
super excited.
So off to your studio.
Yes. Here we go.
Here we go.
Hi, everybody. Julia asked me to sort of walk you through my process for designing a chair around her beautiful floral canvases. I had given her the dimensions for a chair that I'm going to use. And, you know, we talked about we could do it on the seat or we could use the canvas on the front of the back of the chair or on the back. And I think my preference was to use it on the front of the top of the chair. That way you get a really good visual of it. And also there's less wear, I think, rather than sitting on it, using it as the seat. So as you'll see here, we've got some of the canvases that are larger, the 2 on the top, and then the 3 on the bottom are a bit smaller. So I'm going to proceed with using one of those. And I asked Joy if I could actually use 2 because I have a couple different ideas what to do with them. So stay tuned and we're going to go from there. So I want to show you something here. I've laid out the canvas and it's as though I'm laying out the fabric for a chair. And as I said, I'm going to use 2 of the smaller canvases for I'm going to end up doing 2 chairs. And they will be what we call the hero fabric. So the fabric that you build the rest of the design around. And obviously, you know Julia's work. It's outstanding, colorful, amazing. So this is a really exciting project for me. I will admit my hands are sweating. I'm nervous about cutting into this canvas. Anyways, I'm going to do that and then I'm going to take you down to my studio and I'm going to show you 2 different finishes on chairs. A lighter one, right now it just has a white primer on it, but it would be a lighter color, a white, and then another one that's a dark walnut stain. And I wanted to test out sort of, you know, how the canvases would look against the 2 finishes. And I think I know what I like best, but I'll walk you through it, okay? Hi, I said I would bring you down to my studio and show you the 2 canvases I picked against 2 different wood finishes. So you'll see over here, I've got the one canvas against the white. And this is actually just a primer, but I wanted, it gives you the idea. Anyways, I kind of really like this color with this canvas. You'll see there's a lot of white, lighter colors in here. And I really thought that the white would make everything really pop. So I'm going to go with a white frame for this canvas. And then I'll have to show you fabrics as soon as they come in, because I've got some fabulous ones coming in. Anyways, this is the other canvas that I chose. And you'll see it's not quite as light as the other one. It doesn't have quite as many sort of lighter pop out colors. There is some white. There is some white, obviously, down in here. But I just wanted to test it against the darker wood stain, and I'm working on a chair in this wood stain right now, so thought it would be easy to test it. Anyways, I'm going to reserve judgment on that one until I get the fabrics in and then make the final decision. So this one will be the first one I'm going to work on, and I can't wait. Fabric should be in this week, and I can get going on it and show you the next step soon. Thanks. Well, we're on to the next part of designing a chair. And when we last spoke on the last little video, I was deciding on the color of the chair. And I had thought white for at least one of them. I'm going to do two, but I think I'm going to go with white for both of them. And again, the reason being is that it really makes the gorgeous colors in Julia's paintings pop. And that's what we want. As I said, these canvases are going to be considered the hero fabric of the chair that everything is designed around. So this is the focus of the chair. So the white will really help with that. And then I had at home this gorgeous pink velvet. It's a cut velvet. It's beautiful, and it's got texture in a few different colors that will pick up some of the colors from the canvas. So I'm really excited about that. And then the next thing is what are we going to do to complement those two? This is the one fabric, the canvas. The second fabric, which will be on the seat, and the velvet is good for wearing. So I picked a few different things, and I'll show you what I'm going to test out. So they're all very, very similar. A pink and white stripe. And it's not solid stripes. They're sort of like brush marks, so very complementary to a canvas. I like that idea. And it's sort of soft. It's not too bold, and it works beautifully with the canvas and with the pink velvet. So that's kind of, I think, my number one choice. Then these two others are very similar, and again, sort of with brush strokes, not solids, and you know, as I said, very similar. But this first one, there's sort of more uneven strokes, and I just like sort of the softness of it against the canvas. So that's how we're going to create this chair. And then we'll see when we get everything put on what I do for the trim, for the double welt trim. And I do like often to use complementary trim. Again, anything that just really adds a pop. The trim is sort of the framing of the chair. So it is fun to do something different. Sometimes it's just very, very understated, and that's what a chair needs. So we'll see what I do on this one. So here we're starting with the back of the chair. And as I said, I wanted to use these sort of painterly stripes. I'll tell you, one of the challenges always with stripes is to get them straight. So you do have to do the staples on this side. So I put a few in, and then I go back and check on the other side to see how we're doing. And in this case, I think I actually have it. Sometimes I have to rip them out a few times to get things so they're not wonky, and you have to be careful not to stretch the fabric too much when you're using stripes or checks, because then you do sort of warp the lines. Anyways, this is looking good. I'm excited. I can't wait to get the front on. So next up, once we have the fabric on, then I did put another layer. This is just to kind of keep things nice and taut and strong on the bottom. And then we trace out the top, and that will be the pattern for the foam. And then you'll see I've traced it on the foam. And then we're going to cut that out, and we put some cotton in between. So here we're going to put some cotton, and then we're going to put the foam, and then the dacron, and then finally the beautiful canvas. So away we go. So as I said, next steps, we've got layers on here. We've got the cotton, and then we've got the foam, and then we've got the Dacron, and I'm going to staple that all down, and then we put on the star of the show. Okay, we've got the base for the top all done, and now we're ready to put the canvas on. I'm kind of nervous, I'm going to play around with it a bit as to where it will go, and then we'll show you the finished part in a few minutes. Hi there, I'm going to show you what I've been doing with the seat of the chair, which was the next step. So we've got multi-layers. We start out, beneath this is some lattice webbing, and then we do some burlap, and then cotton, and then foam, and then I'm going to put on a layer of Dacron over top, and then the fabric. So then it's going to really start to look like a complete chair. Hi there, I'm going to show you what it's like to work with canvas as a fabric. I'm going to tell you this has been challenging. So I'm going to take you in close to the chair. We're going to look down here, and I'm just going to show you a few things about working with canvas as your fabric. So we always like to have this quite taut. You don't want to have bubbles. You don't want to have like any blisters, anything. Everything you want nice and tight so it holds nicely. But the canvas has no stretch whatsoever. So I am just very carefully going side by side, top to bottom. Actually, in the bottom, I've only got one temporary staple in, and that I'll have to release, because you can see we do have a bit of puckering there. You don't want puckers. I just put that in to hold things in place. So this, I'm just going painstakingly slowly around, and I have had to take some staples out to make it nice and smooth. I do not want puckers in this. And anyways, I just wanted to show you that it is a challenge, because you just have to stretch and stretch as you go, and I'm smoothing as I go, and then I'm taking the stapler in. So it has been a different kind of challenge. Thanks.
So I'm back at Allison's house. You just watched all of Allison's clips, and I'm so excited to be back because she wanted me to come over to see the big reveal of the chairs. We're gonna come in, we're gonna see Allison, and she's gonna take us to see the chairs. And again, Allison is going to be at the garden party September 6th. If you're watching this after, Allison is a flair for chairs. We're going to be putting that in the description. If you want this chair, it's available, but we will be having to add shipping. Shipping is not cheap, just so you know. So let's go see Allison.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello. Come on in.
Welcome.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to show you. Come on in. Hi, Zoe. Hi, Zoe. Nice to meet you.
So Allison, we've got these chairs.
Yes, these chairs.
And we watched all the clips, so I'm super excited to see the chairs in person.
Yes, I hope you're going to die with excitement, because I was dying with excitement making them.
All right, well,
okay, let's go. Let's go.
Okay, we're in Allison's backyard. She brought the chairs out to reveal out here. You may hear some construction, because there's some construction happening. Okay, Allison.
Okay, you ready? Ready? I'm so excited. I'm going to do one at a time.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my word. Zoe, look at these chairs. Oh my gosh.
Do you like?
I love them.
And then
Okay,
we'll
Zoe,
flip it around.
We're gonna try. Zoe's mouth is open as well. Look at.
That's so pretty.
This is incredible. Look at the detail on these chairs. This is gorgeous. And then you chose. Okay, so here's my painting. And it's so tight and glorious. Aren't these absolutely incredible? Allison, in your video clips, you talked a lot about this chair, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
And how you chose everything. But let's do a little recap
Yeah.
of what you did, because now that we're together, I want to
Yeah,
hear
I
all about it.
I want to explain it in person. So, for starters, when I first saw Julia's canvases, there was one canvas
Yeah.
with 5 paintings.
Yeah,
And I saw it on my phone.
yeah.
And really, the only color that really popped out was turquoise.
Okay.
And then when I saw them in person at your studio, the pink drew me.
Yeah.
And I thought, I have to do one. I originally was going to do one in turquoise.
Okay.
And then I saw the pinks in this one, and I thought, oh my goodness. And I had this fabric already, this one. And I thought, you need a stunning fabric to go with the stunning canvas. Right?
Allison, how are we even going to sell these?
I know, we don't, my husband doesn't want to let them go.
My husband's going to be like, these need to be in our house.
I know.
I want those in my house.
And then, but it was really funny because seriously, all I thought of was turquoise at the beginning. And then, as I said, I had that fabric and I knew they made this fabric in this color.
Right.
And so I wasn't sure, I ordered a bunch of fabrics. And there was a lighter one I was going to use. But I thought if we had 2 in sort of the same kind of thing,
Yeah.
if anybody wanted to buy 2 of them,
Right.
they'd be a beautiful
Well,
set.
2 of them would make sense around a little bistro table.
Yeah.
Sit in as a vignette.
Yes.
Anywhere.
Anywhere.
Anywhere. In a bedroom. In
Yeah.
a dining room.
In a dining room.
In
in
a
a
living room.
hallway.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, where does Joe want them?
Not out of this house.
Not out of this house. Well, we have to
But-
discuss.
Oh yeah, but
we
we
have
just
to discuss what we're going
what
to
we're
do
gonna
with
do.
these.
And do you like the
So-
backs on them?
Oh my
I love
gosh!
the backs.
Like, look at the backs.
Look at the backs.
Look
They're
at
pretty,
that.
eh? I love it.
Oh, 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 oh!
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm happy with it.
Okay, if we put these up, these are going to be on the website of my pre-showcase. My pre-showcase is going up September 3rd, before the September 6th garden party. These, if we decide to sell these, if Joe lets them leave the house, they'll be on there. Just be aware that these will be shipped so carefully if you need shipping. If you are local or if you want to come and get them, to save all that, it's worth the trip to come and see the garden party, or to come see anytime. Come see me, come see the gallery, come and see what Allison does. It's incredible. But there's going to be more at the garden party.
Yes.
Like, you're bringing other chairs. You've been working hard.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
The only 2 of these.
Only 2 of these, but the other ones are going to be there, and we're going to have them all set up in the yard, and you can come and get them.
What I love about these fabrics, if you come in close, you see that it's cut velvet, so it's got all these different little colors that really pick up the colors in the paintings, and the same on the turquoise.
Oh yeah.
And I had this one because I love this, and we have chairs in this fabric. But I ordered this one, and I wasn't sure if it was going to work, the color, but again, it picks up the colors
Well,
from the painting. I just
and
love
that's
it.
what's
And-
so neat.
yeah.
You used, like, I painted different things because I didn't know what Allison was going to be inspired by.
Yeah.
You chose something that's more like a bouquet
Yeah.
for this one. So we've got, you know, the bouquet coming down the middle of this composition, but then over here, those stems are kind of swaying off to the side.
Yeah.
So you didn't need to have an echo of even the composition of the painting. You just
No, and
really
I
springboarded.
don't like having things matchy.
No,
Like,
no,
I
absolutely.
I like more organic, but look how beautifully they work together.
They are
And
so
I will
beautiful.
give a shout out to my husband Joe, because I was testing some fabrics on this one, and I wasn't sure about that fabric, and I tested another one, and he said, no, go with this one, go with the texture, go with this color, and because you could do them as a set, right? And
Yeah.
and I'm really glad that we did.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
it's so
that
great.
we did, Joe and I in collaboration.
At some point, I want to do a video with Joe because he's so fun. So Allison and I are working out the prices for these, and you'll see the prices at the garden party on my preview September 3rd. This alone, this little painting alone, I would sell for $1,200. So I have to take that into consideration. We have to do some negotiating. But how wonderful are these? I cannot wait for people to see these in person. Their jaws are just going to drop. Allison, you're a rising star.
Oh, thank you.
Flair
Thank you.
for chairs. Is there anything else you want to say as we end this video?
Well, I was challenged doing these.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it is. It's very good. I said this on my snippets. I sweat cutting into this canvas. I was so nervous. But once I started with it, and I did the stapling so slowly, and carefully, because you want it nice and smooth like this, right?
Yes. It's so
but
well
it's
stuck.
it's so vibrant, and I don't know, I loved it. And we have 3 more canvases left. Maybe we'll do more chairs. Who knows?
Do more chairs. Maybe one of these might end up in my house, and one might
And
end
one
up
in
in
my house,
Allison's
yeah.
house. It can be, people can springboard from there. But how fabulous. All of a sudden I had an idea for you.
What?
You could be the chair for flair artist who implements artist work.
Yeah.
Real live paintings on your chairs. That artists approach you with their work to be featured on your chairs. All right, we started a whole new business. All right.
Julia's not letting me rest. I'm working.
So this was so fun. I hope you enjoyed the whole video. I hope you learned a whole bunch from Allison, and we'll see you at the garden party. September 3rd is the showcase online, and you can sign up for that. It's only going out to my newsletter people at juliaveenstra.com, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bonus material. If you stay till the end, you're getting a treat. We thought we'd come down to Allison's studio and talk about the paintings that she has left, and see what she's actually working on in here. Oh my word. This is the embroidered.
I saw you do a reel. Can you zoom in, Zoe, and see?
I saw you do a reel.
Look, it's so pretty. I love this.
Oh, it's so pretty. I
So-
have 10 grandchildren though.
How
washable is
just
everything?
I'm just putting the dust skirt on there.
So, question: how washable are things? So you're not putting this where your grandchildren are having
They're going to have
spaghetti.
sticky fingers.
Yeah, they're not having
no,
spaghetti.
you wouldn't
like
want
this.
having spaghetti on that. No.
No. But here you're starting something.
Yeah, I'm starting
And look
this
at the
one.
age on that one.
This one is, I actually got this at an estate sale yesterday.
Oh, this is so cool.
Yeah, it's old. I just love the lines on it though. So I'm going to do a few simple ones.
Yep.
Or not simple, but smaller chairs.
And
for
see how
the show.
she's elevated it, protecting her surfaces, but then elevating it so you can get the paint around it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this
That's
is great.
that's just primer on there.
So this is and there's a cute little rocker down there.
Yeah, and then this one.
Oh, this is so elegant.
Yeah. So here's a funny thing. When I was asked by my chairs group to describe my style, I said either fun and flirty or classic and elegant.
Okay.
Because a lot of people think I only do bright color, right? But look at the color of that.
And
look
again,
at this fabric is so gorgeous. It's just beautiful.
This is a champagne, and then you'll put
and then I'm going to do
the
the blue. I'm going to do it in the blue velvet.
And then
trim.
what's happening here? Is it more of this?
I'm
or
debating.
contrast?
I think I'm going to do the blue here with this trim. Just having your arms there. This could get dirty.
Yeah.
So I think we're safer with the blue.
And look is this how you've got these chairs here? And
it's
you're
like laying out my clothes for work for the next week.
I bet.
So this one, I've used these before, but I love the blue and white. So that chair that you saw upstairs that Joey helped fix, I think I'm going to do that, and I'm going to paint the chair white.
Okay.
And then I've got a couple smaller ones out here that we're going to do.
And then Zoe, if you haven't seen the Flair for Chair videos on YouTube before, go back and find them. But this is her stash. But I have a
part
feeling,
of the stash.
Yes,
These are full. These are full.
These are all full. But I have a feeling that you don't stop there. You even shop some more online.
I'm always looking at fabrics. I love fabrics, and it's like jewelry or candy or something. Like I like to touch them. I like to the cut velvets are just so beautiful.
So okay, so if you were going to try a fabric, do you order like a couple of yards?
Yeah, or just a yard. Sometimes if you're just doing the front and back of a small chair, like a meter is enough.
A meter's enough.
Or it depends what I'm doing. And if it's a fabric that I'm just gaga about, I'll order, a few meters. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we still have.
Yes. We have to look
This
at
is the
these.
bonus material. We're going to look at what's left. So these I don't know if you noticed, I did a variety of sizes of the compositions, right? So you used
the smaller ones.
You used the smaller ones, but you have full access to cut into these. I know, because I don't think you'd use this on a seat.
Well, why don't we test it against that size?
Okay, all right.
Against, because
we come on this
you don't want to waste too much of your beautiful painting, right? So if we put,
you'd need a chair that was bigger.
This size.
Actually, you're right.
Would fit nicely.
You're right.
See?
Yeah.
Quite nicely. You could use a lot of that.
Yep.
And then, and then we could dress it up from there.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
How fun.
Beautiful.
And I had so much fun painting these. It was really with abandon and recklessness almost.
But you see what I mean when I saw it, just as a little photo, I just saw turquoise, right?
Right.
But I mean, they're so rich.
But when you zoom in, and
what might be fun? I have a thought. I don't know what it would look like, but something with orange.
Ooh.
Because I love orange.
Well, look at you.
Love
at you.
Orange, yeah.
I was going to ask what colors you would put with each of these if you were to make one, because I was curious.
I'd have to test things out, but this one draws me to the orange.
Orange.
I think you could do something fun with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, there's the bonus material. The video just keeps getting better and better. So like and subscribe. Like me, find a flair for chairs on Instagram, and we'll see you in the next video.